I had a malfunction right there. I got so excited, had to be the headphones exploded off my cranium.
I saw it all happening.
Yeah,
I was just letting you have your moment.
You didn't even bother to help.
Why should I?
Okay. Listen, I'm so excited. That clip you just heard is to highlight this amazing event that's taking place. And I think it's amazing for a number of reasons. Number one, what Red Bull has decided to do, I don't even know how many years they have done this, but by investing into culture, whether it's extreme sports to dance in the dance community, they have really done what I think we need on a global basis is to really support culture, to really support art, to support dance, to support kids and the youth, and even adults being able to express themselves through dance culture. I've been fortunate enough to be a host of a lot of different Red Bull events for over 10 years now, Heather. Actually, it's longer than that. I just can't remember how long.
How long? Over 10 always just sounds
over
good.
10
like
years.
You put the work in, yeah.
And then I had my good friend Parrish hit me and asked me if I would be interested in coming up to do the finals up in San Francisco a couple of weeks back.
All right, I remember that.
And I was like, yeah, man, I haven't touched that stage in a long time. And then he told me Charm LaDonna was going to be hosting it.
Right.
Who is a factor, who's legendary out of this LA scene, who's put in work from the Super Bowl and to some of the biggest artists on stage.
Dope.
And I was like, I'll be honored to do it, but as folks may know, some folks may know, King Tech and I come from that culture.
Absolutely.
Tech being an original B-boy up in the Bay Area with Flynamic 4, San Francisco Ballet Breakers. And my family growing up learning West African dance, and my sister teaching at the Malunga Center for years, and my brother and I having to learn West African dance throughout our childhood, which helped us get into doing street dancing and breaking and all these other different things that we got involved with. But as my career started to branch off and I started working in radio and started working at MTV all these years, one of my main objectives was to utilize those platforms to bring spotlight to the culture the same way Red Bull has been able to do. In that, with that motion, you really learn about a lot of different people at a time when the planet may seem a little unstable. The world may seem a little divided. People are a little polarized now, moving in silos. When you come to these Red Bull Dance Your Style events, you see none of that. They strip all geographical boundaries, all tax brackets. The hue of your skin doesn't matter. What your gender is, how you identify, none of those things matter. Everybody's the same. The only thing that'll separate you from another person is your skill level. Right? How great do you dance? What do you bring to the floor? What kind of originality do you bring to your routine? What makes you different from that next person, and how do you awe a crowd? I've seen it on every level, whether it's Battle of the Year, when we was in the south of France hosting, or whether it's Just Debut. I've seen it on every level, or even Red Bull with the Dance Your Style competition. And what's taking place this Saturday, if you do not have tickets, you still have an opportunity to get tickets.
Yeah, you can go to redbull.com and get those tickets. It's going to be crazy at the Intuit Dome. I'm excited not only to see the competition, but the arena, the atmosphere, the energy that's going to be brought. To me, it's like the Super Bowl of dancing. I'm excited.
It is, man. And we got some trophy holders right here.
Right.
All right. I got Samuel Hooliboy Che.
Yeah.
Okay. Bronx-born dancer. He's from the BX.
BX, stand up.
Ghanaian descent. What's up, my Ghanaian brethren? He fuses all dance, not just hip-hop, not just street dance. He's a fluid, expressive stylist when it comes to his dance. I watched his videos. Michael Jackson is one of his early inspirations, man. He's been performing on major stages, TV, So You Think You Could Dance, The Tonight Show, the BET Awards.
Wow.
Davido, Chris Brown, Tiana Taylor. He's done a lot, and he's here with us today. Give it up for the one and only Hooliboy.
God bless. That's amazing. Blessings, brother. Blessings, man.
Yeah.
What an amazing.
Yeah, my cheeks are probably turning purple right now.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
I'm
Welcome.
definitely honored and grateful to be here, so thank you guys.
Oh, no, we're happy to have you. And the team in New York is happy to have you as well.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we outside.
Absolutely.
We outside. and when this next young man, he's from a place where we often used to travel when we used to host the Soundset. The Soundset festivals over there, and he has an interesting story in itself, man. He comes from a mixed background. He goes by the name of David Stalter Jr., also known as The Crown. Globally celebrated street dancer, Minneapolis stand-up. Liberia stand-up, Korea stand-up.
Wow.
Self-taught dancer. Okay, he won titles such as the world champion at the World Hip Hop Dance Championship, USA champion of Red Bull Dance Your Style, and more than 50 other awards across top competitions like Just the Boo and Fusion Concept, known as The Crown. He's worked with Lil Jon, NG, Easy. Give it up for the one and only David Stalter Jr. The Crown is in the building.
Wow, man.
Crown is in the building. Come on, man. Heavy as the head that holds the crown. All right. Yo, let's start with this event. Like, you guys you committed, you're dedicated to dance every day of your lives, obviously, and dance has, in many ways, when you read your stories, has saved your lives. Helped give your life direction, right? And we're talking about the Red Bull Dance Your Style World Final this Saturday. For those who do not know, what is this event about, and what is it like to be there? I'm gonna start with you, Hooliboy.
Well, wow. So for me, when I first came to Red Bull Dance Your Style, the first world final, it was in Frankfurt, Germany, and it was I was also a very transitional time in my life too. But I was grateful to go and attend and just to just to experience the event. And it was just like, if you ever seen like Avengers Infinity War or like Endgame, it was just that type of like aroma where literally the world's best, the world's talented, like all come together in one accord. And for me, I believe that dance is such a spiritual and physical, like beautiful, like such a physical thing, so like all of us, like I feel like this is how our souls want to move, you know what I'm saying, like when they hear like music. So, and it's rooted in like happiness, you know what I'm saying. So like to see everybody share that one love with one another, and regardless of like where you come from, regardless of what you speak, regardless of skin color, everybody, just like how you said, is just understands the same thing, and for me it was just beautiful to see not just like people like that I've only met on the internet, and then I get to meet them, and because we share that love of dance, we're already like the best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I think the most impactful thing for me was like every time somebody got on stage, like they just showed who they were, and everybody just accepted them, like, and it was just so powerful, like, and seeing like something curated with thousands of people coming to watch dance. It's like a movie, and like I'll never forget, like I know he's gonna like start blushing and stuff like that. I'll never forget one of the most powerful moments like that I seen was one of his rounds that he was doing in 2023, and like everybody had the lights like in the arena, and it was just like you was in a galaxy, and then everything was just centered around him, and he killed his like it was just amazing. So like that experience is just something that I really want everybody to come and attend, because music puts you in different moods, and sometimes it's even more beautiful seeing people do things that you would never expect them to do.
Yeah.
Like you would be like, what? Like I feel like it's really powerful that somebody can literally think in their mind what they want to do and then they actually do it
in real time.
You know. So
Wow.
yeah, it's definitely like a dance Olympics. It's definitely like
Yeah.
it's definitely a beautiful, like, you know, a beautiful congregation of just everybody who just loves dance and music, you know. So
Man,
yeah.
and the thing that bugged me out, bro, because you know I'm from the Bay. So when Charm and I were up there hosting, and I hadn't done it, I was just kind of like, what would I do next, you know, right? But man, I saw parents and I saw kids, right? You know, of all ages, and they all had the same expression on their face, right? You know what I mean? Like it was like everybody was on the same accord, right? And that's what dance does. And I want to talk about what it did for you, the crown. The crown isn't a name you gave yourself.
No, it's not. It's
right?
not.
You know, you grew up, and what I read is you were rather introverted. Yeah, you was able to find yourself when you put headphones on, or you by yourself in your room and you just danced, right?
Yeah.
How did you come out of your shell?
Ooh, that's quite the story. No, it was definitely like, I would say a really rough time. Like, I think growing up in my environment, you know, two parents from different cultures, you know, also like being around certain neighborhoods. It wasn't like, I didn't have a lot of outlets to express myself, you know? And I feel like at the time, dance was something that just growing up culturally, you know, being half Liberian as well, was always there for me. And then I started to kind of, I guess, study more, like on YouTube, online, things like that, just how to train myself to, I guess, express myself better in these darker moments instead of going a different path. And I guess as I kept doing that, eventually, you know, that led up to me like getting into high school, and I gave myself a goal. I was like, because I had no friends, you know, so I was like, okay, in high school, I gotta at least try to get out of my shell. But the best thing that's saving my life right now is dance, is my art form. And the more I kept doing it, luckily, I found some like-minded individuals in high school to help me get through that and accept me as well. And then through that, there was a performance that I did, my first solo performance. I think I was like 16 or something. And it was actually the first time my mom seen me dance, like actually dance.
Wow.
And I was so nervous backstage. Like I was shaking. I couldn't go. And then the MC came up to me and was like, "Yo, are you good, bro? Like, what's going on?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm not good. I can't do it." And then he was like, "Yo, just own who you are, own your heritage, you know, be yourself, and just go outside and go crazy." And then when he was announcing me, he actually didn't announce my actual name. He was like, "Yo, y'all," and then give it up for the crown. And then after that, I did the performance. I got a standing ovation. And then everybody just started calling me the crown.
The crown.
What? That's how you got your name?
Yeah. So my city gave it to me.
That's beautiful.
Yo,
Man,
shout out to rhyme sayers.
Wow.
How did you get Hooliboy? You were with the Hooligans at first, right?
Oh yeah. So it's just so funny. So yeah, like back when I was you know, I was a teenager, you know, just growing up. Me and my bros, like, we just like enjoyed like turning up, like going to parties, having a good time, like, and then we was like, oh, we should call ourselves like a group. And we was like, you know, and we wanted to throw parties, like parties, especially around that time, like, you know, a lot of African music was kind of like beginning to make waves, you know,
Bubbling, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but it was a long time ago. I think maybe like around 2011.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Afrobeats.
I was like 15, 16. Yeah, 16 around that time. And then, you know, we just called ourselves, Hooligan Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody loved our energy. Like, every time we went somewhere or went to like a party, everything like that, it didn't matter what genre of music it was. Like, we just like had a good time and just danced and enjoyed ourselves with people. And then we called it Hooli Boys. So, because it was just three of us at first, you know, and I made my Instagram at that point, and then I'll put it Hooliboy 94 because I was born 1994, and the time that I wanted to change it, because I'm like, you know, that's some young cat, you know, like, you know, just, you know, I'm like, come on, man, I'm grown, like, why am I saying Hooliboy?
Right?
But you know, we just use the word like hooligans, because hooligan is a term kind of like describes like, you know, person who is like maybe rebellious or, you know, things like that. But we took the word as like especially me, as like, you know, hooligans aren't afraid of doing what they want to do, you know? So like for me, like I'm a big advocate of like fear doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like every time, and I was a dancer, so every time I was dancing and I was just going crazy, like everyone's like, yo, who is he about? I was like, it's because I'm Hooli, and I'll just walk away, like, you know. So it's like, yo, he's wildin', and so like it just stuck with me in high school, and then when I went to college, you know, like because dance was always like in my heart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, coming from a African family, let me not just say Ghanaian, but just African family, like dance is like a big thing in how we, you know, come together and how we enjoy one another and everything like that. So it was just always like me. Like if I was happy, I would dance. If you need to use the bathroom, you get up and go. For me, when I'm happy, I dance. Like it's just like that. It's instinctive to me. So so I got that name because of that, and I decided to keep it. You know, because now when I first went viral on Instagram for one of these dance videos that I did like a challenge, the Drake Kiki challenge.
The Kiki,
Yeah,
you know, I did that too.
Yeah, that was like back in the day.
You must have beat me on that
Sway
one.
just said you participated. Like he won it. Like he, goodness.
Yo, so
I did do
so I went viral because I was adding like African street style moves to the original challenge that Shiggy created. And then like everyone was going crazy, and so by that time I couldn't change my name, so I was just like,
that's it.
Yeah, we outside.
You were branded, man. I love that, man. That's a great story.
Yeah. So I'm curious, when just take hip hop for example, MCing one of the elements of hip hop. Sometimes you're in a battle, you get caught up, you rehearse, but then you're in a battle in the heat of the moment, and you'll just start freestyling and go crazy. People react to that. You can't even remember what you said because it literally came off the dome. Does that happen with you guys in competition? Like, I'm sure you rehearse, you practice, you quote unquote have a routine. But if ever in the heat of the moment, do you just like pull something out of your hat where it was just unexpected? Like you said, you have something in your mind and it's like, oh shit, my body just really did that.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
I'm not gonna lie, it's always freestyle.
Really?
Always freestyle,
Yeah. Always off the top.
Always.
So you don't rehearse before you go?
Nah.
Bro, you're a champion, right? To be a champion, you had to go through how many rounds?
Rounds, right.
To get to the championship match. You had to go through what? At least
top 16 or top 32. So, and each battle is usually 2 rounds. So, if you do the math,
do the math.
It's a lot of rounds.
That's a lot of rounds. That's 8 rounds or something like that, right?
Yeah.
7, 8 rounds. You freestyle?
Yeah, freestyle, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I think like backstage and like even in practice, like a lot of it is like more so getting your body prepared.
Okay.
But I think because we've practiced for so many years, a lot of it is muscle memory now. And I think a lot of dancers that do these competitions, like these freestyle competitions, we really pride ourselves on just really being off the top. You know? And like
that's a thing.
Also like adapting and dissecting the music as well, like musicality, all these things, and kind of just like. Because to me, I don't think you should dance the same to every song, you know? Like, you have to embody the music, you know? So, for us, I mean, it's always freestyle,
So that leads to my next question. So, just for me, like, right, I'm not a dancer.
You gonna jump in the circle?
No. I'm doing the drink circle. So, for me, it's like 5 tequilas, 2, maybe Hennessy, depending if somebody drink. I'm done. Like, my recovery.
And 3 Red Bulls.
And 3, add that, you got to toss that in too.
Well
My
played.
recovery game the next day is not that good. Like I used to be able to jump up next day, go to work, it's all good. For a dancer on the level that you got, how is your body recovering? Like how long does it take you to get out and go back in the next day? Like you're doing this competition Saturday. Are you ready to go again like Monday? Sunday?
I mean, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, y'all in a different, time zone.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I said drinking. I'm not.
I mean, of course, your body is gonna be sore,
Sore,
because
yeah.
of adrenaline and like when the spirit take over. Like,
Yes,
you don't.
Yes.
It's just
Flowing.
whatever happens. You know. And then God forbid you scrape something or twist something or anything like that. But I feel like also before that, it's also the way you prepare, like he said, like, and take care of your body and warm it up. And like, you know, if you're thinking of maybe, you know, oh, I haven't done this move in a long time, let me just rehearse that, you know, or let me just stretch here, let me just do that. Then it's like you're kind of just preparing your body for the worst, you know. So and then also it's God's grace, because I swear, like, sometimes I'll be wherever I'm performing, I'll look at it, I'm like, yo, why did I do that? And then,
sometimes you don't even remember. What did I just do?
There's times where we've, you know, I've been
out.
injured, I've been, you know, and I'm like, oh, all right, you know, if I get on stage today, I'm not gonna do that move. And I end up doing it anyway. I probably even did it even harder than I did last time. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's the joy, you know. It's the joy of it.
Sure,
it's the thrill. And, you know, we athletes, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of it is trial and error. Like, I think a lot of us dancers, we don't have coaches. So a lot of it comes from, like, a lot of raw experiences. Like, I'm sure, you know, you could say, too, we've had some crazy injuries. And, like, we've adapted and, like, reshaped ourselves throughout our own physical therapy, etc. Because even when you go to, like, doctors or you go to coaches that are, like, for, like, sports, like, they only know how to diagnose sports. You know, they don't know about, you know, the unorthodox movement or the twisting of the body or, you know, the minute muscles that we use. So a lot of times, unfortunately, we have to just learn through trial and error.
Wow, that's crazy. Hooliboy, you work with Chris Brown?
Snap.
This is crazy. Yeah, so with that story, I want to say big shout out to, you know, my bro, King of Afro Beats, Davido.
Davido. We've had him on the show. That's our guy.
So when I went viral for the Okiki thing, everybody in the world was following me. Like, it was crazy. I was in 2018, so I went from like 3K followers to like 30 in like 3 days. It was crazy. Like, and so he was one of the guys that followed me too, and I, you know, loved his music, like, because he's like one of the OGs of, like, you know, the Afro beats, like, of our era, our time right now, like, that's just been carrying waves. So he reached out to me, and like, he was like, you know, yo, I need you, bro. I'm like, oh, what's up? He DM'd me. I was like, what?
Davido DM'd you?
Yeah, and he, you know, because I always used to comment like fire on his things and everything like that, you know, which is the whole world does, you know. So, and he just told me like, yo, I'm doing a music video. I want you to, you know, be in it. And then I was just like, okay, cool. Like, then he sent me a picture of what it was, and it said Davido X Chris Brown, blow my mind. I was like, I was like, what? And he's like, yo, give me a number. I'm about to WhatsApp you, boom. So then we chopped it up, and I was sitting here like, yo, and that was he basically wanted me to choreograph the music video for it. So, and it was in a span of like 2 weeks.
Wow.
I had to gather. He's like, yo, your dancers, bring them, come through. We about to kill it. I was like. And that was the first music video I ever choreographed in my life. Like,
wow.
Like, and so I was just like, freestyle. When you ask God for something and He gives it to you, like, it's just like, okay, now what are you gonna do? You know, so you know, by God's grace, I got, you know, my dancers together. Some of them, like, you know, my friends basically, like, who also push the culture in their way, whether it be Afro, whether it be like in the commercial world, whether it also be in heels, and they came through. You know, and we bodied it, you know, and then after that, you know, me and Davido's like relationship got cool, and then later on, you know, shout out to my boy Soup, you know, Don Soup. Yeah, he's he dances like for Chris right now, you know what I'm saying, and
he's sick.
Yeah. So he's if you know him, he's like the bone breaker who just be going crazy. So and then big shout out to Josh, Dancer Boy. He's like Chris Brown's official choreographer right now. He's like doing the whole breezy bowl, the whole 11 everything. That's all of him. Like and you know, he reached out to me in 2023, I believe. And then he was just like, yo, you in LA? I'm like, yeah. And then he was just like, yo, come through. I was like, to where? He's like, yo, you know, we about to do some content at Chris crib, you know, everything like that, like pull up. I was
You
like,
went to Chris Brown house, bro?
yeah, yo,
Crown,
this
did he
story
take
is just
you?
like,
Why are you causing beef before the
like-
battle?
Right,
like it was like
Wait a minute.
it was really all God's doing. So shout out to
Yes,
both of them,
amen.
and I was able to go there. And then
Did you
we-
dance with Chris? Like,
Yeah,
You
we-
got to dance alongside Chris?
Yeah, and so so there, we got to dance in the crib and then make content and everything, and then Josh hit me later again and said like, yo, we got another song with him and Davido, and then Davido told me about it too, because I also did Davido's tour from like his Timeless tour from 2023 to 2024 last year, and and he had a song with Chris called which is like more like Amapiano based, and the beats was like more up tempo and everything, and then I got in, blessed to be invited to come and dance, and then we had, so now at first I was in a music video with Chris. Yeah, we was dancing and everything like that, but this time I actually got to be like right there, like alongside like these legends who were dancing as well, and adding African moves into like the song and just the music video and the choreography and everything like that. It was just like a beautiful thing,
Amen.
Man, give this man a round of applause,
real.
man. You
God
tell
bless.
a heck of a story, too, man.
Wow.
He does.
So I'm super grateful, and all of this is because like we're pushing the culture. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's even more of a powerful thing like for me. That I was blessed enough to be in these spaces, and
Well, I think y'all do it right, because not to cut your wisdom, but I'm just listening and watching y'all and just observing. I've been observing for some years. There was a time when, because you talked about, the commercial circuit, and then you got the underground circuit, and there was a time it all didn't mesh. Like if you got caught doing commercials or something, people would think, oh, he's selling out. You know what I mean? Or if you was just stuck in the so-called stuck in the underground, he don't got what it take.
Right.
But what I see now is everybody's combining resources and even genres, right? The one thing I'd be concerned about is the proper context to the dance, the legacy, the history that goes behind the dance, and those stories being told as well. Not just people co-opting the dance and mimicking choreography and throwing it on TikTok, and then all of a sudden now they whoever they claim to be. That's my concern, is making sure that the legacy, the history, the story, the originators, those who really like yourselves, put it down for the culture of being recognized and not being swept under the rug through maybe social media. Is that a thing, or is that just in my mind? The Crown.
No, it's definitely a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for sure a thing. I feel like it's interesting because I'm super like underground when it comes to the dance stuff. Like I've only ever had like one like quote unquote like 9-to-5 actual job. I worked at a clothing store when I was young, and luckily I got an offer for like an audition to do like the Timberwolves dance team. And I was young at the time, so I was like, bruh, let's do it. Let's try it out. So I quit my job, but then I realized I wasn't making that much money. So for like the last, for 10 plus years, I was literally doing like 8 different dance jobs to equate to that 9-to-5. So I would work at 3 different studios. I would do battles. I was known for battling a lot, so I would go to like different battles to try to make $100. Like I would teach private classes. I would do video concepts. I would try to choreograph for artists. Basically just do everything to equate, and I did that for 10 years. Up until like, luckily this Red Bull competition happened, and they invited me because they knew I was really known for battling in the Midwest. Like I would battle in Minnesota. My dad's from Chicago, so then I would go to Chicago and battle. And then after I started winning there, I would be like, okay, I got some change. Let me go to Florida and battle. Let me go to LA and battle. Let me go to New York and battle. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get invited overseas. And I started battling in Paris, in Vietnam, all these different places. And then luckily Red Bull invited me, and one of my rounds went super viral. And then it just snowballed from that. And I was able to be like, okay, cool, I don't need 8,000 jobs now. Like I can like focus on my art, focus on inspiring the world, and but definitely when those viral moments did happen, there was definitely like an interesting shift, because I feel like it's rare for dancers to go viral on something that isn't like a trend or like TikTok. But just for straight battling, it kind of blew my mind because I love to battle. So I was like, what? I just went viral, like, to dance into like Lil Wayne or Millie, like in a battle.
Right.
That's so rare. And then it happened again with like a Beyonce track, and then Burna Boy track, and then a Billie Eilish track. And it was just like, as my social media kept growing, I was like, what is happening right now? You know? And then more opportunities started to come. So I'm just super grateful and blessed because those 10 years were definitely really rough.
Man, that's the crown right there. I know it was. They got a lot more layers to their story that maybe in our second time we talk. They have some life and death moments here we could talk about, but we'll do that another time. We're here to celebrate the Red Bull Dancer Style World Final taking place this Saturday, Heather B.
Yes, at the Intuit Dome. You still got time to get tickets. Pull up. I'm definitely going to be there. Redbull.com. Get your tickets. Let's come have fun and keep this thing lit.
They did over 100 events in over 50 countries to narrow it down to 16 dancers from all over the world will all be congregating this Saturday right here in Los Angeles. Tracy G, you're quite the dancer. Tracy's in New York. Would you like to add to this?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. You guys have my full attention because I've loved dance since I was super, super young. I was in a dance group called Raw when I was in college. Like, I taught dance to young girls. So I definitely relate, especially to you, Crown, when you were talking about at first kind of feeling like you didn't want to be judged by anyone, so your relationship with dance was kind of your own little secret. But now you're known all over. And I want to kind of take this outside of the professional realm of dancing, outside of performances. And this is a bit of a heteronormative question, but I've heard throughout the years folks say, man, at parties, guys and girls don't dance with each other anymore. I'm not sure if that's something you guys have noticed, what your thoughts are on it. And also, do you guys still feel the same level of confidence if you are approaching someone you have a romantic interest with on the dance floor? Can you take that energy that you come with to a battle, right, to a prospect? And finally, is it a requirement for your partner to have rhythm? So that's a 3 for 1.
Take it away.
I'm gonna answer next. You got it.
That was a very in-depth question.
That's a great question.
So the first question was to ask like why people don't dance in clubs no more. Or?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah. For me, I think personally, I think people don't dance in clubs no more because, you know, I can't even say it's maybe it's just because of the type of music that's just being like played or anything like that. But I just think that we're in a time where everybody's just like worried about not looking cool, you know, and I feel like that's where it comes from. It's like, you know, oh, Steez, like, oh, I'm chilling, bro. Nah, I don't do that, blah, blah, blah. And maybe it stems from a fact of, like, with dance, there's just so much freedom and there's so much, like, expression of who you really are. And some people probably don't really are scared to let people know who they really are because they're scared of people judging them.
And it's the phones. They're scared of being documented.
I also blame social media.
Yeah.
I also blame social media. The phones and everything like that. Like, I just feel like maybe people don't want to be seen. People don't want to be, you know, that's my excuse for them. If for whatever reason I'm just like, if you wanted to just listen to music and just chill, you could have stayed in your crib, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then for me, when it comes to, you know, dancing with Gyal, I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, I'm from like MJ was like, you know, my idol. You
Michael
know what I'm saying?
Jackson,
like,
yeah.
and his music videos, him coming up smooth, you know, like, hey, you knocked me off of my feet, like all of that, like, you know, like, and I think that culture of just like sharing love in the dance, even watching movies like Dirty Dancing, with Patrick Swayze, and like
I just watched Flashdance yesterday.
Oh,
okay. I might have went too old. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like people are scared to connect, you know, without like, you know, being judged for it and the whole like, ew or you know, if they play something smooth, you know, I mean, I'm a big lover of dancehall too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like
got them
I
hips.
love catching wines and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's just like the playfulness in like in the party scene, like, you know, of just like connecting with people, because that's what dance is meant for as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like a lot of these street style dances are social dances that were made to, you know, to be social with one another. And you know, whether it's somebody hyping you up or somebody like, oh, he's going crazy, or you just making like a connection with somebody that, you know, you find attractive in the club and everything like that. It's part of that culture, you know. And I feel like maybe there's people are just getting a little bit out of touch with reality, you know what I'm saying? And maybe just like stuck in their head. But for me, that's not my case. Me,
Yeah, you in there.
yeah,
Hooli
I'm
boy.
outside.
That's true. I saw him outside in Northern
He's
California
outside,
too.
for sure.
Crown, what about you, man? The Crown.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I think a lot of it, just to piggyback, I think it connects to a lot of booth culture as well. Like a lot of people are just in their booths, chilling, kicking it, getting their bottles.
Yeah.
But I agree, though. I think a lot of it is like a lot of flexing, a lot of just trying to stay cool. And for me, I think like, and also the music could play a part of it as well. But for me personally, I be two-stepping crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm the type of dancer too. Like, I don't like to like go in the club and be like, all right, I'm about to like, you know, just go super crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm about to go to practice. Like, nah, that's not me. I'm definitely more of the like, okay, I'll catch a pocket, I'll do a cool Dougie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might hit a walk it out if the song calls for it. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't.
I like to enjoy, you know, and also dance with other people. I feel like that's what the party's for, is for that connection. And like also when it comes to dancing with, you know, whoever I'm attracted to, whatever, you know what I'm saying? A little fine.
He's catching the visual over
The
here.
whole visual, little
I'm trying
fine.
to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Like I feel like energy doesn't lie, and I feel like we've all had those moments where even if you're a dancer or not a dancer, where you see somebody across the room and naturally you guys start grooving, like that comes from a feeling. And I think that's the beauty of dance. It's a universal language. Like you don't even have to both speak the same native tongue to be able to connect through dance. So
I love this, man. Samuel Hooliboy Che is here. I said it right? Did I say it right? Your last name, I said it right?
Yeah, you said it right.
I'm
Oh,
killing
you
it,
did
man.
great.
I'm
Yeah,
speaking
let's go, Slay.
Ghanaian. Now, you know, I
go,
speak it.
Slay.
I've been to Ghana. David Stalter Jr., also known as The Crown. Who are your top 5 choreographers? Your own personal.
OMG.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's crazy because it's not a bad thing. It's probably just me, maybe a little lack of knowledge, but like because I don't really be knowing like the people's names, like, but I just know like their body of work and stuff like that. And like me, whoever choreographed for Michael Jackson.
Was that Michael Peters one of them?
Yeah.
Michael
back
Peters?
in the
Back
day.
in the day?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Okay.
you know, anybody who worked on any project with MJ, I would
Fatima,
definitely
I
shout
think she
out to
did remember the time. Yeah.
you know, Fatima, shout out to her
Yeah.
too. Yeah, she's go. Yeah, definitely my boy Josh. Shout out to Charm too,
Charm.
Yeah,
be killing it,
yeah.
bro.
because I was grateful this year to participate in I got to dance in the Super Bowl. with
Oh
Kendrick
my gosh!
this year, yeah.
Congrats.
So that was like my first time ever like being in a room with Charm and everything like that. And she's really a commander, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the way that she it was like 100 of us and change,
Wow.
and the way that she just like put everything together to make the moving pieces and just like, you know, everybody is such an individual, and like it was one of those times that we all had to really be in one mind and one sound,
Yeah.
you know. And watching it, like after performing it, I'm just like, yo, I can't believe all these pictures and all these like
all work
moving
came
pieces was
together.
like really in her head. So
Yeah.
like she definitely you know, choreographer for Usher. For me, I'm a dude, like I just love the whole like smooth guy James Brown
Yeah.
type of like, you know what I'm
Thing,
saying,
huh?
like that, the whole Sammy Davis and everything like that,
Yeah.
because I feel like those eras of entertainers, like they or those type of entertainers, like for you know the guys, like they brought out a certain type of confidence, you know, that made you feel like you were the coolest guy in the world, like, you
Yeah.
know. And I was just always like a fan of that. So
Okay.
top 5. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's all right. You didn't give us any.
Okay.
That's all right. All right, but he gave us, he didn't give us names, but he gave us.
The music, the videos that he liked, and the
Charm,
artists.
Charm LaDonna,
yeah,
got Storm, right?
Fatima, he shot it out as
Fatima.
well. Yeah.
Who do you think?
Yeah, I got names.
Okay, all right.
Listen
But I'm
out.
glad I went second though. I'm glad I went
Yeah.
second, so I could think. First, for sure, I would agree with Fatima.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Fatima, and she's like such an amazing person.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I really feel like she really warms my heart whenever I talk to her.
Yeah.
I
Aw.
be feeling so grounded.
Yeah.
So shout out Fatima. Next, I would say a lot of my friends, like Keita the Great.
Oh,
that's
yes,
my
Keita the
dog.
Great.
Yeah.
He's-
Yes,
Man,
that's my
he
dog.
came a long way.
I know. He's
Right?
still going.
Still going.
He's on the Kendrick tour right now, going
Mhm.
crazy. Nat Bat is so
Mhm.
cold to me. She's an amazing choreographer as well. Let me see. Who else do I got? Josh Price.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Mhm.
A lot of rock star energy. I really like very much like deep pockets, deep grooves. And last but not least, oh snap. Okay, big 5. Let me see. Brian Puspos as well.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he's nice.
Brian Puspos.
Tell us about Brian.
So yeah, Brian, well, one, I feel like in the certain era that I grew up in, watching a lot of dance videos when I was young, he was definitely running the YouTube choreography game for sure.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Doing a lot
Okay.
of choreography to like Chris Brown, like a lot of R&B songs.
Mhm.
And he was so smooth the way he would like break down the music, but it was such a unique style because he would use a lot of intricate, almost like mathematics in dance
Mhm.
with his choreography. Like it was crazy. Yeah. So shout
Wow.
out Brian.
Hey man, we could talk with you two all day. I know we only have so much time, but you guys have to come back. All right.
Oh,
Where do y'all live?
What?
Where do you live?
Well, I'm based in LA now.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I'm here. So
Okay,
I'm here
okay,
anytime.
great. We
Let me
gon-
know.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I was in LA for like 2 years, but I'm back in New York City right now.
Oh, nice. The
Okay.
Bronx.
I'm back in
okay,
New York City.
he's
Said
in the Bronx.
originally from the
HB, you want to say anything in closing or?
I just think amazing. Congratulations. Thank y'all for the inspiration as well. I can't wait to see this on Saturday. No, I'm just happy. I'm happy to hear your stories. I think this is the first time we've had you guys up here. Someone even from the Red Bull competitions come through and talk to us, and we could kind of go behind the scenes a little bit. It's wonderful to hear your stories because we never get to hear the backstories. I had no idea that you guys were freestyling. I had no idea.
You
that
got to work 8 jobs.
Yeah,
in between stages, right?
yeah, because I also kind of thought it was much like, say, a comedian.
Uh-huh.
That you just doing your gigs and doing your gigs. I didn't know what the end goal was, but to be invited out for these tours and these videos and having the opportunity to do choreography, it has to be such a fulfilling dream. And being introverted and finding your way, and you coming from where you coming from, it's not easy to make it. Is so much out here. So thank you both for sharing your stories and
caring about the culture.
and caring about
That
the culture.
part.
That's first and foremost. And,
Yeah.
Mike, do you want to? I want to let Mike Muse close us out with a question because he wore his nice chain today, knowing you guys. Mike, you got something for him?
Kind of both what you guys are ending with, Sway and Heather B. The question I have for you is, what do you say to parents who have kids who are interested in dance?
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't get to hear him.
What would you say to parents who have, each one of you is for both of you, what would you say to parents who have children that are interested in dance?
Oh,
Because again, it doesn't seem like an end goal. Like, where you trying to go with all of this?
Yeah. Damn, this is a very deep question.
It is
Okay.
very deep.
Yeah, so for me, I think that this is just coming from my my take. I think that, when it comes to dance, like at the end of the day, parents just want to see you become successful. They want to see
Yeah.
you become better than them, And sometimes dance, because it's not really too much knowledge about it, about, or you don't really see a lot of dancer millionaires, or you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, like
Yep.
so it's very hard, like to be like, oh, mom, dad, I want to dance, and it's just like, okay,
And what?
and what, because I
Yeah.
feel like dance is also so relative, and so like you could dance in your house with your family, you could dance so it's like to take it as a profession, and there's not really a lot of there's people who are successful in dance, but there's not a lot of people that like our parents would probably know unless they're in that world. You know what I'm saying? Especially me, my parents, they come from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, and dance in Africa is just like they love the effect of dance, but like as for the industry, it's just a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, this is gonna tie into that question. That question. So for me, like my goal in dance, like my biggest goal is I want to create like a Juilliard, you know, like for African kids, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I like that.
Let's
and
go.
just a bridge, because like I would love for a bridge of opportunities to just go back and forth to the continent. Because I knew that if my parents understood or knew the information, oh, my son is talented, you know, let's see if we could put him in this program and stuff like that. You know, I'll probably be in a different place, but I know God has a plan for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I would want to do, because I'm like, you know, you got all these world-class footballers and you know, basketball athletes and everything who like they started like from young. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's sing, dance, or anything, like I just want to create like a talent thing for that. So
that's amazing.
That would be, you know, that would be like a prophetic answer for, you know, hey mom, dad, I want to dance. Oh, and they're in Ghana and they're like, oh, you should join. You know, there's programs that's already, and academies, like shout out to DWP Academy in Ghana. You feel me? Like, you know, they've been doing the thing by cultivating dancers from the streets and like making them, they've changed lives like with dance and everything like that.
That's
you know,
amazing.
so for me, you know, I say that not just with dance, but anything a child wants to do, like that, you know, has to do with like them coming out of their shell or coming out of that. I think that, you know, you never know where God could take them. I was dancing in my living room. I wasn't trained. I wasn't, you know, from parties to just maybe dancing in the streets and everything like that. And
To
I
the
got
Super
From your
Bowl.
living room to the Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah, you know, so and that's all favor, you know, but hard work came into that. But you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, you know, one thing that I could definitely say is you never know, you know, so just you know, so for your kids,
That's
man.
beautiful,
Yeah.
man. Proud of you, man.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
beautiful.
What about you, Crown, to answer?
Yeah,
What
I would say
to parents. Yeah.
to parents, I would say like have faith in your kids and like stay open-minded, but still educate them, you know. I feel like with dance, it's such a niche thing, even though everyone does it. And in my opinion, just through my experience, it's definitely one of the most, if not the most undervalued art form globally. And I feel like that's unfortunate because as dancers, you know, we work so hard. You know, we train just like athletes to perform like artists. And, you know, personally, like I have been doing like 7-hour days sometimes. And this is before going viral or anything, when there was like all these years of just nothingness and just not making sure if I'm a really make it. And, you know, but still. And also in the back of my head, having a mom that like came from Liberia because there was a war in Liberia, and then my dad being from Chicago and he was really into the street life, and having those two worlds, they just wanted to see me do something great, but I chose dance is like crazy.
Like what?
Like what? Bruh. Like, so, but I say all that to say like a lot of my journey personally was a lot of like luckily having the right friends around me as well, and being able to just keep pushing through the day and keep having faith in my own journey and my own end goal, which kind of ties into me like hoping that globally dance can just get a lot more respect, you know, and like better pay, better everything, because, you know, it's all like kind of like with the state of the world as well. Like a lot of governments don't support dance, you know. You could be in like somewhere like Kazakhstan and be just as good as anyone else from LA or from Paris, but you'll just never get the opportunity, you know. And I feel like if I can get to a point where in my career I can like showcase, whether it be me being in a room or me starting a program where like, okay, it can spark an idea in someone's mind to be like, hey, maybe I should take this a little more seriously, whether you're a company, a businessman, or whether you are yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is super, super important because I never imagined that my journey would take me here, but I had faith that I was going to make it do that kind of unknown path, and
Yeah.
now I'm on Sway in the morning.
Come on,
Like,
man.
yo,
Come on, man. Give it up for the crowd, man.
Yes.
Give it up for Hooliboy, man.
Let's go.
Y'all are
Thank you,
amazing.
y'all. Yes.
I'm so happy y'all came by.
Yeah.
God bless you.
I was
Please come
excited.
back. God
to
bless
see
you,
Come
bro.
back.
Honor
Come
is
back.
mine.
Come back.
Because there's a whole lot of stuff. We got Red Bull here today, but on the
Yeah.
day that Red Bull's not here, we'll come.
Yeah, we'll chop it up for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's
come
a lot of
downstairs.
other
They
stuff
should
I'm
come-
interested in.
You should do something downstairs with them. Bring a few dances
Good
and film
idea.
that. It'd be
That'd be
crazy.
fire, yeah.
We got a fully loaded
Studio
downstairs.
downstairs.
Word.
When everything is done and said, after y'all finish your business.
Yeah, your business. Yeah, that would be
let's,
dope.
Let's think about something we can do that could lead to your dream.
Absolutely.
Of Juilliard or creating outlets for
Let's-
people to come to who probably experience parallel lives to your own.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I'm on board for real. I'm
Absolutely.
not just here to host.
Hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah,
bless you,
yeah,
bro.
We
I'm
want to
on
be
board
about
for
the
real.
work. We
Yeah,
about the
we're
work,
about
y'all.
the work, man.
Yeah.
And it's an honor to have you guys up here. Salute the Red Bull one more time.
Yes.
This weekend, Red Bull Dancer Style World Final. You want to be here in L.A.?
Yes, come to the Into It Dome. We gonna be there, pull up, get lit, get your mind right, your energy right. Come with the love, come with the winning spirit. It's gonna be amazing for all ages. Go to redbull.com, get your tickets. Come see Sway co-host and me heckling him on the side from
That's
somewhere.
cool. Well, I'm just following the master choreographer. I'll be right behind Charm.
Yes,
so,
it'll be amazing.
all right.
Shout out to Danny P too.
Danny P.
Yes,
oh,
man.
my God.
Shout out to
Y'all know
Danny
Danny
P.
P?
Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
OG
with
Danny
for
P?
sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out to her.
Could do
At Tia
choreography
Rivera.
with Beyonce, too.
Yep. Shout out to her.
And who
Tia
else?
Rivera, who's been on the show as well.
That's right. Tia
Yeah,
Rivera.
yeah, we've had
Mari
one.
Monster.
Yes.
Legend,
Okay.
legend.
Paris,
Yeah, man.
Global.
Show some love.
Legend.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of legends.
Got to bring them through for this event. Like, let's just continue to support this because, as you said, Sway, for us, for the hip hop, graffiti, DJing, and MCing, we're watching dance, and we want to keep it from being watered down. You
That's
know?
it.
We
Yeah.
want to keep it from being there. So we got y'all for
Yeah,
sure.
we used to do videos. My partner King Tech and I, when we would do our music videos, we would always put OG like B-boys, like
Yep.
Crumbs.
Yeah, Crumbs is crazy.
Crumbs is crazy. B-boy Ivan, the action figure, all these guys, Prince Ken Swift, all these guys we would put in our videos because the videos would go mass appeal, but nobody knew the dances.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't know the legends.
Yeah.
They never saw them, and then so we would get. We would have Eminem on the video with RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, Tech Nine, all these different people. But we would put the dancers in certain interludes so they could co-opt the audience and people could go, "What's that?"
Right.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
And so, I'm proud of you all. You
Yeah.
wanted to say one more thing?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I'm always gonna say thank you, but yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much, like for having us here, having me here, because for me, I come from a generation of like first generation Africans, you know what I'm saying, who were out here, and especially like of course in the U.S., but especially in NYC, who were pushing African street dance, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to the Afro dance community in New York, you know what I'm saying, and Houston,
Yeah.
all that, because like without that, I definitely probably wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Like,
Wow.
and shout out to the dancehall community as well. Like, like the pushing of the culture, the viral clips, the social media it's all like we're living in a time where African dance and music and entertainment is really being celebrated, and we're like changing the narrative. Because back in the day we used to be like
Unseen.
it wasn't until I went to Ghana when I was 7 to be like, yo, man, Ghana is cool, like, because we used to just be made fun of, like, they'll misspell my name on the principals, like when they call me to come get an award and everything, and people laugh in it. So like to see that dynamic change and see the love and everything happen, like just shout out to my people on the continent, shout out to my people
Yeah.
here, so
Y'all are kings,
Y'all
man.
kings, man.
Yes,
True
you
kings.
already got
True
your
kings.
crown. Y'all are kings, young
True
man.
kings,
Walk with
man.
your head up and be
Hey,
proud.
We
Man,
follow y'all.
for sure.
We will follow your lead. You got
Yes.
allies in us.
Yes.
All right.
All
We
right.
got a
This is a
strong
dream
network,
come
too.
true for real.
Oh,
Oh,
word?
No,
thank
for real.
you.
I've been watching Sway for so long. Like, my friends are gonna trip out. I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah, it's over.
It's over?
It's over. It's
Oh,
over.
we love it.
Yeah, it's about to be
It's
crazy.
good, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna turn this around. This is live on the air with Sirius XM, but we're gonna turn this. We're gonna post tomorrow because I want to make sure we
Get ready for Saturday.
Get ready for Saturday. and I'll hook you up where y'all could take this. Do whatever you want, like we're gonna circulate the interview, but circulate it yourselves, man.
Okay.
And make it a part of your legacy, man. I appreciate you coming up here.
Yes.
Let's give it up, man. Come on, one more time. Hooliboy is here. The Crown is here. Red Bull is here.
Yes, yes,
Sway
yes.
in the morning. Heather B is here.
Yes.
Tracy G is here.
That's right.